I think that in many low-income countries, one of the challenges is that there are so many needs and so many priorities. In many countries, they're still struggling with the question of getting all children into school, having access to school. In some contexts, there are some populations like girls or those from rural areas or minority ethnic groups that still aren't even enrolled in school at a sizable number or percentage. So access can be a challenge, but also countries are struggling to reform their curricula, to train their teachers, to make sure that teachers have the skills and qualifications needed to teach. To have enough textbooks, to have school facilities and buildings. So there's in fact so many needs and so many priorities that I think sometimes this area of what we're calling 21st century skills, that often this is seen as something extra or something that's more the concern of more advanced countries that maybe have more that luxury to think about these kinds of skills. And I think even when you look at the international community, I think we're so focused on ensuring that there is adequate proficiency in literacy and numeracy, so the more academic subjects, that in many circles, the idea of skills such as critical thinking or collaboration or problem solving seems as being something that's an extra. So it's seen almost as a trade-off. And I think that's unfortunate because I think that these skills are so fundamental and are really part and parcel of the education experience. And in terms of what a young person needs when they leave school as a graduate, they need all of those skills. They need to be able to solve problems and to think critically and to work with others. And we know that they need that because employers tell us this, members of the community tell us this, and then even to participate in the country in terms of civic life, to participate in their community, they need these skills. So I think we really need to work to make a shift in terms of the perception of these skills and make sure that people realize that in fact they're really, really fundamental and that we should be doing all that we can to ensure that all systems, from the lowest of the lowest income countries to more advanced countries, that they're all working to integrate these skills. This program has been very interesting because we have seen from many different countries and many different types of partners and programs what types of efforts they're making to ensure that 21st century skills are integrated within the populations that they're serving. And just speaking to what I just said, some of these contexts are very challenging. They're working, for example, with indigenous groups, or with slum children, or in a context of a country that has a very fragile sort of government and governance architecture. And yet they're making inroads and doing really notable, interesting work. So I think for me, the most valuable part of the learning here has been just seeing that it is possible, even in challenging contexts. And so I think for GPE as a global actor, this is a really valuable experience and a really valuable learning that's come out.